Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I'll be reacting to what David Wood said regarding deceiving. I made a video last time regarding this, but then I just want to talk a little about how words, the meanings of words are deducted from a context and not just literal, not always literal. So without any further ado, let's begin.
So we wouldn't, just to clarify, we wouldn't have a problem with translating it as scheming or plotting or planning the way most of our Western translations will translate this.
Exactly, David Wood. I agree with you on this.
Provided you understand that it's the sort of scheming and plotting and planning that involves deceiving people, right?
Yes, exactly.
So tell me, David Wood, when the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tried to kill Jesus, were they planning or plotting? Because when you say deceive, who were they trying to deceive that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would reciprocate their deceit? Who were they trying to deceive? Rather, they were planning, they were scheming, they were plotting to kill Jesus and crucify him. Then Allah reciprocated by making his own plan, by plotting against what they did. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ruined their plot, their plan, their scheming with his plans.
It's not just, hey, I'm scheming to throw someone a birthday party here, right? I'm scheming to do some really bad, nasty stuff to trick and deceive people. And this is what they're saying that Allah is best at.
Only an ignoramus would say Allah is the best of deceivers. And before going deep into this, I would want us to study a little English class. You see, the basic principle of deducting the meaning of a word in a context is by testing the literal meaning against the context to see if it is consistent with it, if it is consistent throughout where it is used. Secondly, if the literal meaning does not make sense with the context, after testing it to the context, then we seek an alternative metaphorical meaning. So let's see how the word deceive makes sense throughout the Quran where makr is used. First of all, in Surah Al-Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. The deceived and Allah deceived and Allah is the best of those who deceive. And the alternative meanings could be they planned or they plotted. So let's use them. They planned and Allah is the best of those who plan. They plotted and Allah is the best of those who plot. So let's quickly go to Surah Al-Naml where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَكَرُوا مَكَرًا وَمَكَرْنَا مَكَرًا وَهُمْ لَا يَشْعُرُونَ. They planned a plan and we planned a plan while they knew not. It makes sense, right? They plotted a plot and we plotted a plot while they perceived not. It makes sense, right? Then the last one, they deceived a deceive. We deceived a deceive while they perceived not. You don't have to be smart to know this doesn't make sense. In other words, it is not consistent with the meaning throughout where it is used. So if we are truly honest to realize that the word deceived doesn't really make sense in this context at which the Quran brings it forth. When the Quran talks about Salih, when the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to kill him, they plotted. And when we talk about Jesus, when the enemies of Allah planned to kill him, this is what they did. They didn't deceive. So using deceit in that context doesn't really make sense. And we see that plot, plan, and scheme, at least scheme, makes sense throughout the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought forth the word makr. Plan, plot, or you say scheme, deceive, deceit doesn't really make sense in these contexts. So please, we should be guided.
It's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. David Wood is an embarrassment as well.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.